You could, plus you could tag me later. Oh, we're live.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. So we are live. I just want to make sure that it is going on. So if you guys are watching this, please say hello. We have a special guest here tonight. We have Mike, who is a Facebook Live master. So as he's getting set up, I'm so excited to have him here. This amazing man here has been doing Facebook Live since January 2018. So that's like 3.5 years. I mean, I can't even commit to doing something for 3.5 weeks. So I don't know how you can do something every day, Facebook Live every day for 3.5 years. So when I met Mike, I connected with him actually through Facebook, this wonderful networking platform. I'm like, I have to interview this man. I mean, the level of commitment is insane. So, Mike, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
I'm just gonna wait for some people to come on here. Hold on. We're just gonna wait for some people to come on. No, we're not. No, that's
okay.
No. Don't ever start a Facebook Live video with "we're gonna wait for some people to get on." Anyways, I just wanted to make Cassy laugh. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Chavez, and I'm so super thrilled and honored that I have the privilege to be on this broadcast with Cassy and share my story and get to know some of her friends and some of my friends that are watching. You may have heard my story, but I'm excited that you're going to get to meet Cassy as well. So with that being said, again, my name is Mike Chavez. I live in Las Vegas with my 3 wonderful children. My oldest son lives in Seattle area. Super blessed to be able to be here today with you to tell and share my story. Cassy and I are going to have a nice little conversation about what we do and how we're helping people out online. So I'm really excited.
Absolutely. And it's such an honor to have you here. So for those of you who have not met me, I'm Cassy Ferrer. I live in Orlando, Florida. I'm a mom of 2 active children. That really is taking me 90% of my energy. So, I mean, I have 2. I don't know how Mike can handle like more than 2. It's a saint. But I love being a mom, and it's a joy able to spend time with my children. I'm a financial consultant, so I help individuals and businesses improving their finances. So, Mike, I am curious to learn what made you decide to do this 3.5 year, it's like a marathon Facebook Live. I mean, it really is like Facebook Live marathon. What made you decide to do this?
Well, I mean, I think we're living in unique times right now, right? We could all agree that what we're going through, we're sitting in seats that no one's ever sat in before. And, things in life happen that are out of your control. And back in 2016, I mean, that's what happened to me. Circumstances that arose in my life made it where I couldn't work. I got hurt with some surgeries that I had to have. I basically had 3 spinal surgeries and a knee replacement in less than 3 years. So our income got cut in half. And my wife and I at the time, for quite some time, a few years, had been involved in network marketing. And we had a company, and we were in the process of, trying to build some residual income for our family. But it just never worked for us. Like a lot of people that get involved in the industry, it's difficult. When you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you don't know, especially if you don't have business experience. So as that went along, trying to build that business, me being hurt and literally I couldn't work. I was on, disability, and I had a Facebook account. And this was back, I originally started my Facebook account probably back in 2012. So from 2012 to 2016, I really didn't do anything with my Facebook account. So around this time frame, I only had like 60 friends. And out of those 60 friends, they were basically people that I knew. So, but what happened was I got on Facebook and I started looking around, and I saw people talking about business and advertising their business. And then I saw people doing videos, and I was like, wow. I'm stuck here at home. I'm a middle-aged guy. I have this business. You know, I believe in residual income. I believe in it. And then I see other people talking about it online now. And I'm like, okay, so I start putting the pieces together. This is good. This is something that I really need to take a serious look at. So as I started to look around on what was out there on Facebook, I was approached by this lady who made a post, a weight loss post, a before and after weight loss picture post. And at the time, my wife and I had this business that we had, and we were doing events in person, vendor events, so on and so forth. And we had people asking us for weight loss, but the company and the product that we had nothing to do with weight loss. So I saw this post and I replied to the post, and then the lady, she did her due diligence to, you know, connect with me. And I put 2 and 2 together. I told my wife, you know, we have people asking us for weight loss stuff. And I met this lady, you know, I didn't know anybody else. So we connected with her, and she told me what she did and how, you know, she was building her business. And all I had to do was duplicate what she did, take that picture and get in about 300 or 400 different Facebook groups. And then, you know, do exactly what she did, and I would be wildly successful, you know? So I did, you know, I did exactly that. I got in all these Facebook groups and I spammed all these groups like crazy. And it caused some issues with my Facebook account. My account was restricted because there was so much activity and so much copy and pasting in Messenger and all these different groups. It restricted my account. I got put in Facebook jail. And then, you know, people were blocking me and saying some pretty unkind words to me, by the way, how I was doing business online. And so I got to the point where I told this lady, I'm like, listen, this really isn't working. You know, I only got a couple of customers, and my heart really wasn't into it. But here's where the answer to your question, the long-winded answer to your question, how did I get started in the videos and why did I start doing the videos? Well, since I took this massive action and I didn't know what I didn't know, and I went out there, I found a group that was talking one day, and I got in this group, and there was about, so do the math here and the time frame to give you a reference. So this is about 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years ago, about 3 or 4 months after Facebook Lives had just launched. And so I found this community, and there were some gentlemen in there, and they were doing Facebook Live videos, and they were talking a bunch of trash about people that were doing exactly what I was doing by doing all this spamming. And so my mind was blown because I realized at that point I didn't know what I didn't know. And then I'm like, okay, this is why nothing's working for me. So I started following along and watching their videos, and they encouraged us to do videos because some of our comments that we would leave would be really long. Like, hey, instead of leaving all these long comments, just do a video and answer it. So that's what I did. I did a couple videos in there. And then one day, this is where it all started. They challenged us. They came on and they said, okay, we're gonna do a video challenge. And we're gonna call it the 90-day self-awareness challenge. And you have to go on your personal page, and you have to go live every day for 90 days straight. And you have to talk about, you know, your self-awareness. And at the time, 3.5 years ago, Cassy, I didn't know what self-awareness meant. Like, okay, what does that even mean, right? So obviously it's a personal development and what you're working on in your life and your goals and where you want to go with your future. So like I said, I was at a point in my life, middle-aged guy, trying to take care of my family. I have this vehicle I think I could do something with, right? Then I see these opportunities out there. And so I said, what do I have to lose? I did this video challenge. It was January 31st, 2017. It was my first Facebook Live video. And as I sit here in front of you today, I've gone live every day since then. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. So the reason that I started the videos was because I was, you know, trying to figure out how to, you know, provide income for my family. And then I saw, I was putting all these pieces together, but it's taken a few years, you know, to really truly figure it all out. But yeah, here I am today. I can tell you more. We'll get more into you know, where the story goes from there. But I started doing the videos pretty much consistently. In the first 90 days, people were starting to watch my videos, and I started getting engagement, and they're like, wow, you know, how are you doing these videos and everything? And being online all the time, I just wasn't doing videos, and I just wasn't watching other people do videos. I've been learning every single day that I'm online, because when I'm on there, I'm learning, and I'm watching what other people are doing.
Mm.
So for the last 3.5 years, that's all I've done. I've watched everybody and just soaked it all in. I fall asleep with meditation. I mean, everything. I like to do it all, right? You got to marinate yourself in it all. And that's what I've done. And that's all I've learned. So people have just been, you know, doing the videos every day. People start asking, how are you doing them? How are you coming up with your topics? And I realized that I needed to start building a community, right? And then, so a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago, I started our community. It's called Live Masters. It's a free community. And in that community, I help people out that are, you know, struggling maybe to step out of their comfort zone and into their confidence doing videos. And it's a closed group, which is really cool. And I do what I call the question of the day. And in the question of the day, there are personal development and there are business development questions that are designed to, you know, basically table topic discussion. So yeah, as I tell you my story, it's funny, all of the things that I've implemented and I've done, I've just duplicated what I've seen other people do. And I think a lot of people struggle with, you know, how am I going to brand myself and make myself this person online? You just have to take a little bit of everything that you learn from everybody and put that together with your life experience. And that's it.
Amazing. I want to just quickly say hi to Audrey, Jennifer, Rachel, and Christina who are watching us. Hello, thank you for watching us. So, Mike, how did the name Live Master, who gave you that name? And did you come up with that yourself? Oh, hi, Cinda.
Hi, yeah. So thank you everybody for joining. Sorry, I can't see the comments because I'm in the Zoom here. So yeah, so the name Live Masters, like I said, this is another story of duplication. So as I started doing my videos, I had my group, my community, Live Masters. It wasn't called Live Masters at the time. It was called Chavez Live 360, and that was for some reason I got this idea like that, and I say that in my video still. I got this idea that that's what it should be, but then I realized, well, if I'm gonna have a community, I shouldn't name it after me, right? So anyway, I was doing my videos, and somebody told me about. They said, "Hey, are you going to Toastmasters?" And I said, "No, I've never been to Toastmasters." And they said, "Well, you should go check it out." And I said, "Well, what is it?" So I went and I checked it out, and it was really cool. So if you're anybody that's not familiar with what Toastmasters is, it's a networking, professional networking group where they help business professionals become speakers and like speak from stage, and they really help them figure out what their message is and a lot. It's really, really good stuff. And so I started going to Toastmasters, and then you know, they have featured speakers every week, and then they have people that are there in the network that participate. And so it's really super engaging. And then they even have like this 1 or 2 minute thing called table topics where they just go around the room and they ask people random topics. So anyway, I started going to Toastmasters. I'm loving it. I'm doing my my question of the day in the group. And then one day, it was a Monday, I wake up and I start thinking to myself, what am I going to talk about today? What is the question of the day going to be today? And you can imagine now, you know, after doing this over and over and over, I don't want to be redundant with my content, and I want something new and something that people haven't heard. So I'm like, what am I going to ask? What am I going to ask? What am I ask? So I remember, like, I was literally praying. I'm like, God, like, seriously, just like get me something. I'm having this conversation with them. Of course, nothing comes. So I'm like, okay, we're good. So I said, you'll give it to me. So I get the kids together. I put them in the car, we start driving the kids to school on a Monday morning. And, you know, when you're driving, sometimes you're not thinking about where you're going. You're thinking about where you're going later, what you're going to do later. And that's exactly what I did. I started thinking about Toastmasters because that's what was going on later that evening. And I started thinking about all the stuff I described, what they did in those meetings. And then I just got this thought to myself. I'm like, oh, wow. Wouldn't it be really cool if we could do all that stuff that they do there and just do it online? And then all of a sudden, Live Masters, they just pop right into my head. And that was it.
Wow.
I just went with it. So I came home that day.
That's awesome. I like it.
After dropping the kids off from school, and I changed the name, and somebody was like, how did you come up with that name? And I was like, oh, it's a cool name. Then they said, you need a logo. And I had never designed or built or done any of that stuff. And I just kind of came up with my logo and my catchphrases, and it just all happened organically over time.
Awesome. So Christina said, love this mic. I've spent the last 6 months doing research by watching Facebook Lives and love you sharing your process. So uh, absolutely. I mean, we would love for you to share some tip with us too, like, for the one that's starting out, how to do it. Like, what are some of the tips? Because I remember my first Facebook Live, I was handshaking. I didn't know what to say. And for the longest time, I didn't want to do Facebook Live. I wanted to do video because I'm able to edit it. And what I found out really is deeper than that. Why I don't want to do Facebook Live is because I'm a perfectionist. I don't like making comments like when you have gone to Toastmaster. I too have gone to Toastmaster, and that might set me back a little bit because they correct you when you say the duplicate word or all those words. And so I notice it when I do Facebook Live, so I don't like it because when in the video you can actually edit it out. But what I also realize is in real life, you can't edit things out. Like you can't go to a restaurant, order something, and you can be like, waiter, waitress, I'm sorry. I said that things that I'm not supposed to say. It's not perfect. Erase that memory, erase that part of your memory. You can't do that. It's not, life is not perfect. So that's when I realized that, it's totally okay to do live.
Well, it's funny because that's a great question. And that right there, the live aspect of the lives themselves, the imperfection in the moment of you saying or like or not looking at the camera, guess what? That, my friends, is what is going to relate to your audience. Because this is Facebook Live. This is not Toastmasters. This is not a TEDx talk. They're Facebook Lives. And a Facebook Live, so my biggest tip, I think, one of the biggest tips I can give you is your Facebook Live is exactly how it's supposed to be because it's yours. And I could tell you for whatever purpose you're doing the video, I could say, well, maybe you should do it like this and you should do it like that. But at the end of the day, that's what's truly amazing, because when you show up authentically on these videos with your imperfections, then, that's what really connects with people. And I coined this phrase that your perceived imperfections, what you perceive as an imperfections, sometimes is what other people see as something perfect in you.
Exactly. I think it's good to be able to show those vulnerability and the real you, the authentic side. I want to quickly say hi to Daisy and Patrick. Hi guys, and hi Christina. And hi Carrie. So what suggestions do you have for people that are just starting out and they don't even know what to do? Like, what topic can they think about when they do live? What should they talk about? Should it only pertain to their profession? So for me, I'm a financial consultant. Should I only be talking about in the finance world?
Well, that's why I say your social media is personal, right? Because like this is a broadcast on your personal page. We'll just start there. All the broadcasts I've done, the thousands of videos, all from my personal page. So when I talk to people about when they want to start doing videos and leverage them for their business, I ask them that question. How do you want to show up online? Because there's some people that, like me, I'm a relationship guy, right? I'm here talking about things that's going on in my daily life because I do it every day. I'm talking about things that are going on in my daily life. I'm out by the pool with my kids. If I go on a trip, I'm doing a video. So wherever I'm going in my life, you're going to see what's going on with me. Now, there's some people that just want to show up and do something that's going to attract people to do business, which is totally okay. So it's however you want to show up online. I mean, it truly is. And you have the control of that. But I think that, to me personally, the more authentic you can show up, right? You don't want to show up and tell your war stories and look like a victim, right? Make sure if you're telling a story, you got a happy ending, right, to share, right? Like seriously, because that's what it's all about. That's what people are looking for. Is they're looking for solutions. And if you've gone through something and you can give them some solutions to maybe the same thing that they're going through, that's what's valuable for people on social media.
Awesome. Patrick said authentic you. Wow, exactly. And Patrick, I've seen his live. He's super authentic. Like Love his live video. He came from Hawaii. Hi, Patrick from
Patrick,
Hawaii. I love.
tell Patrick, if Patrick does videos, I want to see him. To ask Patrick, could you tag your name in the comments so I can go follow you on one of your videos? That'd be cool.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yes, go watch his video. Awesome. So, what's going on? What's exciting in your life right now?
Wow, there's a lot that's going on. You know, finally, you know, part of my story was that, you know, to get going online was to figure out a way to, you know, create some residual income for my family, take care of my family. And the first 2 years of doing my live videos, I was really struggling to monetize what I was doing, because first and foremost, I was still working on myself, and there was a lot of things that I needed to work on. I mean, I couldn't figure out how to, you know, create courses and content that people would pay for. I just, you know, it was something that I had never done before. And so as I struggled to do that, I just kept doing the videos and I kept working on my personal development. And then I attracted a mentor, somebody that changed my life in December 2018. And we started working on some projects. And over the last year and a half, I've been able to build a team, build a business, working on several projects. I'm able to travel. I just went to Washington State a couple weeks ago for a mastermind retreat trip. And I'm flying to Montana for a week on Monday. So it's really exciting, these projects that I'm working on, to building a team and finally doing what I always wanted to do. The day I started doing these videos, I'm doing more now than I even imagined. It's crazy. There's so many stories that I could tell you that where these videos have led me to. It's truly incredible. Like I was telling you before we went live, doing live videos is the best personal development thing you could ever do for yourself. It really is. Did you get stuck?
Yeah. Awesome. So out of the 3.5 years that you've been doing Facebook Live, what was the biggest gain that you have gotten so far? Like, what was the one thing that you said that you could experience from doing this?
I would say my confidence. Because I had a lot of limiting beliefs growing up from my childhood. And so, you know, when I first started the videos, I shared that I was doing the videos to build a business and to do all that. But if I dive a little bit deeper, and let's face it, I mean, somebody that does a video every day, what's going on inside their head, you know? And I got to tell you, in the beginning, it was very addicting to get that validation. Let's face it, let's call it what it is. And as time went on, the funny thing that worked out is the more validation I got from people, the less I needed, right? It's because I was growing and I was working on myself. And so the biggest thing, I think the number one thing is that I don't need that sort of validation from anybody anymore. I don't worry about how many views I get, how many likes I get, how many comments I get. Of course, you know, I mean, I do a video every day, and so I'm not worried about it. Eventually, people will see my videos that are supposed to see them, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing and connecting with amazing people like you and getting in front of your audience and growing the way that I'm growing, then eventually I'm going to be right in front of the people I'm supposed to be in front of.
Awesome. I love it. Hi, Jay. Thanks for watching. Awesome. So I'm super excited, and thanks for sharing your experience with our audience. And I also want to let my audience know that during this, especially during this time, it's awesome that you should be definitely leveraging your social media for your business. And as you're thinking about your business and thinking about your cash flow, I do have a workshop coming up, and that's a savings workshop, and it's happening on August 10th. And it's all about how you can save more money, and it's so critical during this time. And I think finance is one thing that we are not really talk a lot about. So that might be something that would be good for you. I mean, who doesn't want more money, right? So I think it would be a good workshop. So make sure you sign up. I'm going to drop the link below for everyone to sign up for my group.
Awesome. And I would like to throw out an invitation as well. There's a couple of different communities that I'm really super excited about and that I'm building as well. My live video community, and then also an incredible team community that I'm building called Team U with my mentors that I've been building over the last couple of years. That's allowing me to do and the things that I never thought that I would be able to do. So yeah, reach out to me, personally connect with me on Facebook Messenger. Like I said, Cassy knows I'm a relationship guy. I'll say, and just I like to build. We talked back and forth for quite a while to make this happen, but just because we've been so busy. But I'm so happy that we've been able to connect, and definitely want to do this again. And since I'm on your page, of course, I'm gonna have to return the favor, and maybe next week sometime after I get back from Montana, have you on my page to do a video as well.
Oh, I'm excited to do so. Absolutely. So for all of you guys, make sure that you guys join our group. We have exciting events going on. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much, Mike, for being here with us today.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you guys.